Welcome to the E3 Weekly Market Report. I'm Pat McClatchy. We're going to be looking at the exports that have just come out. The numbers are showing a cotton export sales number of 30,400. At the time that this number came out, cotton was up 39 points. Right now it's backed off just a small amount. It's up about 30 points. Looking at soybeans, a very small number for old crop. We'll look at new crop in just a moment, but 41,400 is the soybean number. Soybeans were up a full 17 cents before this number came out, and now soybeans really have not backed off. They're still at the 17 cent to 18 cent level. The corn number, looking at the old crop, 535,200 metric tons, and the corn reaction so far has been up maybe a half-cent higher. We're up 3.5 right now. The wheat export sales number, 345,900. That's better than we've seen, and right now the wheat market is up 5 3/4, which is exactly where it was before the report came out. Looking at the breakdowns for these markets, the cotton number, actually these numbers that I'm seeing here, all right, here's the updated number, 30,400, down 62% from the previous week and 49% from the past 4 weeks. Increases were reported for China, 8,700 running bales, Vietnam 6,200 running bales, and Turkey 4,600 running bales. There were some small cancellations. The new crop is 64,000 running bales, and that's primarily Turkey at 30,800 and Mexico at 22,400. Looking at the numbers for soybeans, the soybean number, 41,400. That's up from previous week, but down 59% from the 4-week average. The Netherlands took 72,600. Indonesia took 17,600, and Costa Rica took 15,300. Again, that reaction in the market is actually up a penny for beans since this report came out. The corn number, 535,200. That's down 10% from the previous week and 3% from the 4-week average. Japan took 171,400. South Korea took 125,000. Saudi Arabia took 70,800. Looking at new crop sales, 149,000 metric tons. I will back up just a moment and look at the new crop sales for soybeans were 201,100. So I left that out. I'm sorry. The corn was up 3 cents before the report. At the moment, the corn market is still at that level, up 3 cents. Looking lastly at wheat, the wheat number is 345,900. That's down 5% from the previous week. Indonesia took 90,000 metric tons. Mexico took 65,400 metric tons, and Sri Lanka took 60,000 metric tons. New crop sales about 1,100, very small there. So that's what the export sales numbers are, and the reaction of the market. Actually, as I look at the cotton market, we're up 53 now into the December, so we've rallied about 12 to 13 points since the report came out. Everything else is as it was. Looking at some other things, we want to talk about the price action over the last week and a half. We've seen cotton in a 305-point range from low to high. The low was made July the 7th at a price of $65.06. The high was made on July the 2nd at 68.11. That's a range of 305 points. Right now, the market's trading at 65.80. November soybeans saw a high July the 1st of 10.40 and a low July the 7th at 65 at July 8th at 9.78 and 3/4. That's the total range in soybeans over the last week and a half of 61.25 cents. The November soybeans right now are trading at 10.05 3/4, up 17.5. December corn saw a high July the 2nd of 4.39 3/4 and a low July the 7th at 4.24.5 for a total range of 15.25 cents. Right now, the December corn is trading up 4 at 4.38 1/4. The September wheat over the last week and a half has had a 45.25 cent range. The high was made June 30th at 6.17.5, and the low was made July the 6th at 5.72 1/4. And at the moment, the September wheat is up, is trading at 5.83 3/4, up 6 1/4. Something we've talked about in the past, we want to touch on again. It's been maybe a month since we talked about the seasonals in these markets that we follow. We want to catch back up with those and see where we are within the seasonals. And as we look at the cotton market, the normal seasonals for cotton is that the high is made sometime in the early summer, late spring, and then we have a sell-off typically into late July, early August. And then we'll bounce for a few weeks into the first part of September, and then we'll roll over again into about the 1st of December. That's the usual seasonal pattern, and we'll keep an eye on that to see if we continue to follow that. The November soybeans, the market usually seasonally trends down from spring through the first part of August, and then it bounces for a few weeks just like cotton, then sells back off into harvest. The same sort of thing can be seen in corn. The market normally sells off from spring to early summer till the 1st of August, then rallies a few weeks and sells off to the 1st of October. Same thing, same time frame for the bean market. Of course, the seasonals look different for wheat. The seasonal pattern for September wheat is for the low to come in about the 1st of July, then start back up. This market actually bottomed the 1st of May and has been trending higher since then. So I just wanted to cover that quickly. The one other thing I did not mention, let's go over this quickly. The crop progress came out Monday just to see where we are. Cotton improved a small amount, good to excellent category from was at 57%. Previous week was 56%. Soybeans were unchanged in the good to excellent category. Corn was slightly better, 69% good to excellent versus 68%. So that's where we are on the crop. I want to remind you that tomorrow the crop report comes out at 11 o'clock. About 20 minutes after that, we'll do a review of it on the E3 crop report review, so join us for that. Other reports coming out. We did have here today at 7:30 actually, the jobless claims came out. So the dollar's up about 8 on the day. Crude oil is up $1.50 a barrel. Gold is up slightly, and silver's up 23 cents. And the S&P in the moment is up 22.8. Thanks for joining us for this edition of the Ag Market Network E3 Weekly Report.